Britain wants to make the naked body unrenderable. Starmer's order to Apple and Google would block nude images on children's phones by default. The technology doing the blocking cannot tell a body from a crime. Prime Minister Keir Starmer told Apple and Google on Monday that they have until September to build software into phones and tablets that detects and blocks nude images on children's devices, or face a law that forces them to. Adults could still take and view nude content, but only after an age check unlocks it. Speaking at London Tech Week, he called it a national first and said the goal was to make it impossible for children to take, share, or view nude images. The Home Office wants the blocking to run across the whole device by default, including the camera and third-party apps, switched off only by proving you are over 18. Child protection groups welcomed it. The National Crime Agency, which says it fields roughly 1,700 abuse referrals a week, called device-level blocking a way to stop abuse before it starts. Whether it can even be built is contested. The director of the Age Verification Providers Association said the government is mandating an outcome for which the technical and legal infrastructure doesn't yet exist anywhere in the world. Privacy groups were blunter. Big Brother Watch called the plans outrageous and warned of the death of anonymity and internet privacy, and the Open Rights Group said the approach would turn every phone into a surveillance device. The worry is not idle. Apple proposed on-device scanning for abuse material in 2021 and abandoned it after researchers warned it amounted to a backdoor in every phone. None of this requires pretending the harms are not real. Grooming, sextortion, and the coercion of children into producing images of themselves are devastating, and a serious policy response is overdue. The question is what this particular remedy does, and to whom. Read the government's own language and you will see 3 different things treated as one. Starmer's sentences slide from nude images to sexually explicit images to pornography as if they were synonyms. The mechanism is described over and over as nudity detection. Not abuse detection. Not grooming detection. Nudity. That is the whole story for anyone who believes the unclothed body is not inherently sexual, which is the founding premise of naturism. The remedy does not target abuse. It targets the naked human body as a category, and then sells adults the key. The default state Britain is proposing is one where a body, any body, is something a device refuses to show you until you prove you are old enough to be trusted with it. It helps to be clear about what this software actually looks for. A nudity detector does not understand context. It cannot tell why a photo was taken, who is in it, or whether anyone was harmed. Its one job is to spot exposed skin and flag it. It has no way to tell a teenager's coerced image from a toddler on a beach, a breastfeeding mother, a medical photo, or a family at a clothing-optional resort. To the software, they are the same thing, because the same body is in the frame. Now put that filter on a naturist family's phone. It does not see a healthy family living a way of life that is legal across much of the world. It sees an exposed body and it blocks. The naturist community is almost by definition the population. A body-detecting filter aimed at minors captures most efficiently. We are collateral. The policy's own framing cannot even register, because in its vocabulary there is no such thing as innocent nudity to begin with. This is not a slippery slope. It is what the tool does on day one. A system that cannot tell a body from a crime will treat every body as a possible crime, and the only remedy it offers is to prove you are an adult before it will show you a human being. The conflation goes deeper than the software. The government's logic runs. Abuse images contain nudity, so blocking nudity prevents abuse. But the harm in child sexual abuse material is the abuse, not the presence of skin in a photograph. Build the intervention around nudity instead of exploitation, and you quietly move the wrongness from the act to the body. You teach a generation at the level of the device in their hand that the unclothed human form is the thing to be detected and switched off. For a movement that has spent a century arguing the opposite, that is not a side effect. That is the message. A policy genuinely aimed at grooming and extortion would go after the predatory contact, the coercion, the distribution networks, the platform features the NCA itself says offenders exploit. Instead, Britain has reached for the bluntest available instrument, made the naked body unrenderable by default, and called it child safety. The first thing is not the second thing. A century of naturist argument rests on the difference, and this week, the government built that difference into the operating system.
We hope you're enjoying Planet Nude. If so, please consider a paid subscription. Your membership comes with exclusive content and supports our work. Subscribe at www.planetnude.co.